Lot 32. What an incredible transformation this has been in my life, and one that I am very thankful for, because this is a home base in my hometown. Something that for many years I didn't think was going to be possible, because I have always loved living here, but prior to the current career path, there was never opportunity for me here. But now, because of this channel and this audience, I am able to do both. And with the house finally done, or at least as done as it needs to be, it's officially time to get back to doing some exploring. The need for adventure in my life became pretty apparent in my mid-20s, when a mild obsession and a slightly fabricated resume landed me a job as video producer for Princess Cruise Line. Quite the transition from heavy equipment operator at a lumber mill, and it changed me fundamentally as a human being. And since that time, I have been fortunate to work in 56 countries, circumnavigate the globe, and make friends with people from countries I had not even heard of before. But in all of that travel, I have not yet been able to experience the east coast of my own home country, Canada. Now at this point, we have been able to explore a lot of Western Canada, so it's time that Destination Adventure makes the trip east. It is with so much excitement that I can officially welcome you all to the East Coast expedition. Holy smokes, can you believe it? Only 2 weeks late, but finally on the road, and it feels great. The truck is sounding good, it's running good. It's probably the most prepped that it's ever been for an expedition. So we should probably talk a little bit about routes. And this season is much different from the northern expeditions, because going northbound, I can drive from the Canada-US border to the Arctic Ocean without looking at a map. Going eastbound from Saskatchewan east is going to be all new to me. From Clearwater east is going to be new to Emmy. We're going to be following a little bit of a route, but at this point it's not planned. We're kind of just taking it one stage at a time. We're starting out with a short run southbound onto Highway 24, over to Little Fort, and then up towards the Yellowhead Highway. The Caribou and Chilcotin region of British Columbia is often overlooked by tourists, which is a real shame. With the exception of fishermen, there's an area which we're passing through right now called Interlakes that is kind of world renowned for fishing, because this little stretch here has dozens and dozens of very good fishing lakes. Into the Thompson-Nicola region of British Columbia, currently on highway number 5, which is a beautiful highway paralleling the Thompson River. And I'll tell you, they are much further into spring here than back home. The greenery is exceptional. What a feeling it is to be back on the road, getting back into the swing of things. After spending basically the last year and a half stationary, I didn't know how the transition was going to be back into rig life, and I'm happy to say we feel right at home. Made it to our planned destination last night of Blue River. Woke up this morning underneath a beautiful blanket of fog. The rig was nice and toasty warm, and we are ready to continue our route eastbound. We just passed a guy that was running, pushing a cart, and on the top of it there was a sign that said ran some amount of distance. It was pretty big. I'm gonna see if he'll let me interview him. We had to travel way up the road to find a spot to pull over. I'm gonna just take the e-bike and go find this guy, see if he's interested in stopping for a chat, so we don't waste our time just sitting here. Oh yeah, stoked on a little side quest here. How are you doing?
Good. You're making me think civilization is out this way.
You got a ways yet.
I got a ways yet, I thought so.
Got a question for you.
Sure.
I do YouTube full-time, traveling across Canada.
Okay.
I see you're doing a great big run.
I am.
Would you allow me to interview you just a few questions to
Sure.
see what you're doing?
Yeah.
When I was 15 years old, I almost lost this leg below the knee. And with 12 operations, all that medical attention that I received and all that health care, I really wanted to give it back. And I gave it back through my adult life with a walk across Canada of 11,421 kilometers, a bike ride across Canada of 14,632 kilometers, and now I'm up to, with this run, 11,684 kilometers as of this morning before I left. Let me just put it this way, I have run across Canada and now I'm running back. And don't let it fool you. If you go in strong, you come out strong. If you go in weak, you're coming out weak. The land bent and folded me like in the makings of a sword. And the people I met gave me the materials to withstand the impact. So this land will bend and fold you. And those initial steps that you take out on these missions, that's going to determine if you're going to succeed or fail. I do recall staying at a place in Northern Ontario, a motel that put me up for the night in Thessalon. And he said, this is the area people quit going across Canada. Northern Ontario will break you if you're coming west to east. If you get through that, you're good. I got through it. Look, what people are looking for in their lives, less change, more of a confirmation. Socially, what we're pursuing. I want to confirm this is the way things are, to give me comfort. I'll say one thing about a mission like this, it's never comfortable. And what it will confirm is life is not comfortable most of the time. Somebody asked me a question as the fellow in yellow when I was training on the streets of Halifax before this journey. What is the key to happiness? I thought to myself, I'm not happy all the time. I mean, I'm smiling, laughing, having conversation with people. People are laughing and smiling with me is what they see. Doesn't mean I'm happy all the time. Because it's not. Sometimes life is really, really hard. And serious trauma can happen. And a person goes along, they get over that trauma and they start to put their lives back together, then something else might happen. And they ask themselves and say to themselves, every time I'm happy, something happens. I can never be happy. The key to happiness through life isn't the happiness. It's the joy you find every day through even the sorrow. These journeys are excruciating, a lot of pressure, but I try to find a little joy in every single day. Even that drizzle that comes down now and then when you're feeling really hot. You know, it's a little bit of joy here and there. And that's what we got to seek. Every time I find myself in another place. So it is a discovery. And discovering what makes you important will be your most important discovery. And it doesn't have to happen out here. For me, my discovery of what I had to do with my life and how that was important was laying in the bed when I was 15 years old, having those hospital dreams of just wanting to get out and what do I want to give to my life and the world. And my dream was very similar to this. And I got to live a hospital dream.
What an incredible adventure that guy is on, and I sure don't appreciate it. Making me feel pretty embarrassed for driving all the way across instead of walking or running. Friggin' guy. Just turned onto Highway 16, which means we're about to be surrounded by big, glorious mountains, tourist central. It's beautiful and we're going through it, so we're gonna be filming it. But first, I have to show you something way, way cooler. And I suppose I should first put up a shot of a Lot 32 overlooking the mighty Fraser River, the second largest body of water dumping into the Pacific Ocean, 1,350 kilometers long, kind of a pretty muddy river at Lot 32. Can you believe? In front of me right now, this beautiful green river, right at the base of Mount Robson, is the headwaters of the Fraser River. I've been looking forward to this moment for months now, seeing this beautiful river. Now that we're here, it feels slightly anticlimactic, but I know when we get back home to Lot 32 and see that muddy river flowing by, we're gonna think back to this and it's all gonna come together. But with that, it's time to get back on the road. Pretty big moment happening right now. On the Arctic Circle expedition, it took us months to make our way through British Columbia. Second day of the trip, just coming into Alberta. Can't wait to meet all the Albertans. How are you doing?
Not bad.
Good.
Always have campground open in Jasper.
Okay.
So Wapiti campground is open. It's
Okay.
about 4 kilometers south of the town.
Nice.
Nice. Thank you.
Just goes on your windshield right here. Enjoy your trip.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, nice guy anyways. And it looks like we can stay in the park, which is great. Wapiti. So we made our way into the beautiful Rocky Mountains, and before we get too much further, I feel obligated to share something with you. Over all of these years on the channel, I've been pursuing and promoting remote Northern Canadian content, and if you're looking for an authentic Canadian travel experience, I cannot recommend enough to go north and go remote. But if you're on a condensed travel schedule and you want to see glorious mountains, rivers, lakes, and wildlife, Banff and Jasper is a great choice. We're here in the off season, so the campground is basically empty right now. If you come during peak season, you're gonna see all of these things, but you're gonna be fighting the crowds. But touristy or not, I can't wait to share the national parks with you. Didn't know what to expect coming here this time of year. It is exceptional. We've just entered the ice fields, It's an absolute winter wonderland and it's beautiful. Almost no tourists, far exceeding my expectations. Almost no lane. Found a spot to stop and show you how tall the snowbanks are. Pretty incredible. I did no research into the elevation or what the weather was supposed to be like here. I was not expecting snow. Place is full on winter still. Can confirm, the snowbanks are taller than the rig. Well, if it's gonna be winter, it may as well be full on winter, and I am loving it. Emmy always says there's a reason why the place is touristy. I'm not afraid to admit I understand why Banff is touristy. This place is exquisite. Back on the road, and holy smokes does it feel good. I was a little bit worried it would take us a while to get back into the swing of things, but all in all, it's been pretty smooth. A little bit colder than expected, but that's only going to improve. One of the improvements to the rig that I'm very excited about this season is the addition of a little barbecue. Typically the outdoor kitchen just has the crab pot. We've converted that to just a single burner and added this cute little barbecue. Tonight we're barbecuing up some pork steaks. Life on the road is never really what you would consider to be comfortable. I mean, it's a whole lot more comfortable than running across, but anything you can do to make it feel a little bit more like home is always a win. I think this barbecue is gonna do the trick. Got some roasted taters coming up with some mushrooms and carrots. Oh yeah. To be totally honest, I'm a pretty big fan of pork steaks. Probably more so than beef steaks, and at the price of beef steaks, that's probably a good thing. Got some nice ones here. Don't know how you guys like your pork steaks done. These are gonna be well done because this is not the first round of pork steaks that have been cooked on this barbecue. The first round of pork steaks, a certain somebody that's not myself managed to possibly get salmonella. We don't know 100% if that's what it was. Steaks are on, veggies are on. Time to focus on the most important part. Cheers to you. Got myself a food thermometer. Gonna try and avoid the whole salmonella incident moving forward. I've always tried to maintain some kind of cooking segment on this show. In the early days with the motorhome, it was the Moho Cooking Show. With the Expedition truck, it's been Expedition Kitchen. At Lot 32, grilling off-grid. And pretty soon here we should be able to get into some fishing and harvesting. And with Emmy's Japanese influence, we should have some pretty interesting things on the table this season. But I am extremely excited to welcome you all once again to this season's East Coast Expedition. And most of all, thanks for watching, everybody.
I'm just a house of stones. Somebody hold me steady. This doesn't feel like home. These walls are getting heavy. I try. See the world through your eyes. But oh, you hold the roses and I'm on the other. steady. This doesn't feel like home. These walls are getting heavy.